You said that. Do you know what I mean by that? No. I don't. International pop star. What are we talking about here, Paul?
I can't even remember that. There's so many things you just say. There's so many things you say in there, and you know, you're always conscious of the cameras. You are. It doesn't matter. You're
going to be living life like an international pop star now. I can tell you that much. Now, you just touched on nominations earlier. You got nominated 5 times.
Yeah. Now,
you know, the first time people deal with it quite well. The second and third time, things were obviously getting very tough for you. What was going through your mind when that was happening?
Apart from the initial week in the house, because it's of novelty value, yeah, it was like really, really mad, but every single week did sort of take its toll, and you gradually feel yourself getting more and more tired. I think I said earlier on before I came out, you're like a hamster on a wheel, and you're constantly going round and round, and the sort of days churn by, and you do count them off, because 24 hours in that house is just a lot longer than out here.
But did you feel when they kept nominating you that really you had no support in there? Did you feel alone?
Yeah,
or?
you know, you do sort of feel alone. I mean, and that was the point where Helen, you know, was really, really good. Like the whole time, she was like, you know, every time she was like, "Please, you stay." Yeah, she really helped a lot. But you kind of feel like of the sport, you wonder what's going on. But then after the first time, it was like, I don't see myself as a centre of attention. This is why this is completely freaky for me. I mean, I am totally freaked out. But in there, you're like, why am I still staying in this house? You know, that was really, really bizarre. That was freaking me out. And even 4 weeks down the line, you sort of say to yourself, yeah, it must be for a good reason, but that still doesn't register in your head correctly, because you don't know and you're so curious about the outside world.
Tell me just about, because I think one of the hardest weeks for you, we all felt it, I know your parents felt it, was the bubble week. When the whole house made it incredibly apparent to you that they all thought you were going to leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was going through your mind then? Because that was just kind of mass rejection.
Yeah, but I just kept saying to myself, I don't care about the people in the house if I'm being rejected by them, as long as I'm not rejected by these guys. Yeah.
Friends and family.
And that was it.
And can I just tell you, not only have you had support from them tonight, but you've also had an enormous amount of support from Helen's friends and family, who've been really getting on. All of these guys have been getting on brilliantly well together. It was really nice. What qualities do you think kept you in there?
I think the fact that I know, you know, it's these guys that kept me in there, and that is the truth. I knew that I wasn't going to be rejected by them. You know, it does tick over in your mind, you do, because you lose sense of reality of what's going on outside. You're worried that everyone's still going to like you and so on and so on. But I just kept strong, and I had to, and that was it. I didn't want to let my guard down because it made it hard for everyone.
Yeah,
it's such a closely
You were very guarded. We could see that.
Yeah, but I had to stay strong because I didn't want everyone else to sort of fall by the wayside. Everyone's trying to keep each other's morale up.
Is that what you meant by saying you were in control in the house to Amma? Because that was kind of an odd thing to say. It was...
No, what I was in control of when I had that chat with Amma was I was in control of us not having a big argument.
Right.
And I feel that I controlled us not having a big argument. She said a lot of things to me, and I could have snapped her, as everyone knows here I can snap. But I didn't. I just had to bite, and I gave her a bit of rope, and she started to take.
Paul, I'm going to have to cut you short there because there was something else I wanted to show you about the amount of stress that you were suffering did manifest itself in other ways. And the housemates told you all about it, but now it's time for you to see for yourself. Here's you sleep talking.
Oh, yeah, man.
What's the challenge? There's something on there. Oh, yeah, definitely. It is weird, isn't it? You know what I mean.
Do you know what?
No, cut down. What are you doing?
I can't keep this up forever. Really, really bad.
No, you'll never, ever, ever you get a puppy. No, you know that, don't you?
That's my favourite shot of the whole of Big Brother, that one where you suddenly realise you've been sleep talking. Now, it wasn't just Helen that loved you in the house, there was another person that loved you an awful lot. Your reflection. Yes, we watched you over one 5-minute period, okay? You spent in front of me. How many times do you think you poked your hair?
How many times do you reckon?
Yeah, how many times?
Go hard. Honestly, 30.
Let's have a look. 30.
Whoa, what a mess. Head touch going on. That is so fixed. take me in. I'm guilty.
259. Okay, mate. I just saw Helen then saying, I love him.
Bad.
She just said, I love him. I just saw her mouth that. Okay, who do you want, Paul, after that? That was absolute genius. Who do you want to win? In your heart, who do you want to win? Want to win?
I want Helen to win.
And have you got a personal message for Helen? If you could say anything to her now, what would you say?
Can we go out for a drink when you get out?
Yay! And you know you wanted our mobile. Here it is. Don't show anybody.
Thank you.
That's for you. So you can call her next week. It's fabulous. Do you think you've learnt anything?
I think I've learnt loads.
Have
Absolutely
you?
loads.
What's the biggest thing that you've learnt?
I think out of it all, and I think I'm guilty of loads of it, is judging people immediately when you don't really know people, and that's it. That's the single most important thing. I think that everyone does. Everyone judges, and in there, them 11 people.
Well, don't give yourself too much of a hard time,
really.
because you've really, really entertained us, and we thought you were fantastic. And here's some of your best bits.
The housemates nominated to lead the Big Brother house are Paul,
So where are you going tonight, Paul?
We're going tonight. I'm taking out this girl, this blonde girl, who apparently is a bit easy, my mate said, so he considered that we should get together and just sort of see what happens, go with the flow. Yeah, I do fancy Helen. Big G's so gonna kill you!
That's pretty sexy.
Yeah, totally, cool. Wicked cool. Chill your boots.
That sounds really weird, but for me, it was the most unbelievable thing ever.
So I'd just like to say that I now feel privileged to be possibly one of the luckiest folks in the country.
Yay! Paul, mate, come here. Give me a hug. I'm going to leave you now with your family.
Thank you.
And also to get to know your prospective in-laws. I'm going to go over and see your mum. I'm going to go outside, find out what the crowd thinks. Okay, so 7 down, 4 to go. There are no more nominations. From now on, you are entirely in control, and you're voting for the winner. Here are the numbers of the 4 remaining housemates. Remember, you are not voting to evict them, you're voting for them to win. So if you want Brian to win, the number is 09011 154402. You want Dean to win, you can vote for him on 09011 154404. If Elizabeth's your favourite, vote for her on 09011 154405. Or if you'd like Glitter's Queen herself, Helen, to win, vote for her on 09011 154406. Get voting now, guys, for the person you want to win. They're all chanting Brian here. On Thursday, we'll be evicting the housemates with the least votes. Only, guess what? They don't know that yet. Let's see what the crowd think. Who's going to win? Okay, remember to tune on Thursday when the last person with the least amount of votes will be evicted. See you then. Good night.
Listen to them and see what they're saying.
It's pretty wild, that, isn't it? People outside shouting.
In the rain.
Yeah.
Fair play to them.
Probably I'll go out and get pissed after this.
Why is there a big TV screen there or
Oh,
anything
nice.
so you can see people?
Cool.
We've got all the things for this.
We've got no lemon.